We are here in my practice course to look at the attendance tool. Now, the attendance tool is not on by default, so from your course homepage, you'll want to scroll down a little bit. At the very bottom of this course administration widget here, second to last link you'll see is tools. If I click on that, attendance is going to be the second one on the list here. You'll see I have it turned on. There's off for comparison. We'll turn it back on here. Okay, see it says set status to on. Then you need to click anywhere in here. I generally go back to my course homepage. And under Gradebook, you should now see attendance. We can go into attendance. I do have a register here already, but we're going to make a new one. So first things first is you need to look at attendance schemes. Now, there are some standard ones here. The standard is present and absent. So if you want something like present absent and tardy or present absent late, things like that, that's kind of a standard. You will need to make a new scheme. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll say present absent late here. Okay, in this first column we need to pick what symbols are going to be used for these. So we'll say it's a P, an A, and an L for late. We can put in a full status name. You'll notice that these are required here. And if you need to add more statuses, you can just enter the number of statuses you need to add here and click add. We're not going to add any. We're going to stick with a simple one here. And you can also assign a percentage. You don't have to, but this is a great way to calculate a student's attendance in a course. So we're going to say for present it's 100%. For absent it's 0% definitely. And for late, I'm going to be a little mean. I'm going to say they only get 50% credit if they're more than maybe, let's say, 5 minutes late to class. So I've named it, entered all my symbols, statuses, and my percentages there as well. So I can go ahead and save. It says it was created successfully. We'll go ahead and close this. Now I'm ready to make a register. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new register, and we'll say this is for my Astronomy 101 for fall of 2015. I can add a description if I so choose, and here's where I actually choose that scheme that I just made. So I'm going to go down and select my present absent late scheme. The reason you enter percentages here is not only so you can visualize pretty easily how often a student is present in your course, but you can also look at a cause for concern here. So let's say if a student is present less than 75% of the time, I want D2L to alert me to that. The next setting is whether you want this to be visible to your students. Now, that's entirely up to you. It is nice to have students as a second set of eyes to check or correct the attendance, and it's not particularly a secret that a lot of instructors keep attendance. Last one, generally have the first one checked, include all users in the course. You can also do groups with all of this. Next up is sessions. You have to enter sessions. So I tend to keep them generic, like I'll say, how about week 1, day 1. I can also add a description if I want to. I'm going to do week 1, day 2 here, and we'll do week 2, day 1 here. Now, if you need to add sessions, you need to fill out these first and then add sessions, otherwise it'll give you an error. If you add too many, you can always delete entries with the little trash can on the right. You can always reorder the sessions on this page as well. The reason I tell you to keep these generic is because if you copy this from semester to semester, being generic ensures that you can reuse this attendance register rather than having to remake it. For now, I'm just going to say, hey, this is a 2-day-a-week class, and I'm going to mimic the first 3 days, which will be the first week and a half of the course. Go ahead and hit save once I've made my changes, and it says it's created successfully. I'll go ahead and close now. So we can see for Astronomy 101 here, I'm going to go ahead and either click the drop down and do a view attendance data, or you'll notice if I just mouse over here it says view attendance data as well. So I'll just click on it. And we can see here's all the students in my course. It tells me a cause for concern, the number of sessions, all that. If I want to enter data for this, I can go ahead and click on an individual session here by clicking on the little chart with a pencil on it. So we'll enter data for today. Why not? Now, if you have a small class like mine, it's relatively easy to go in and just select a status for each user. If you have a large class, you might want to use the set status for all users. We'll say everyone's present for the moment, and we'll just click through there. It sets everybody to present, and it does save that data. Now, if I say student 1, who I pick on all the time, was absent today, I can click absent, and then I just need to save that information there. So this is my attendance data for today. We'll say the demo student was late too. I'll go ahead and save. I can close this. Now we can view this data. We can see all of this that was recorded here. We can see totals for each individual user over here. We can see that we need to be concerned both about student 1 and about the demo student because they've gone below our 75% cause for concern. And we can see the total percentage of attendance here for everyone involved.